Hey Lance, are you there? I was just curious as to whether or not you had already finished working. You remember telling me that you said you weren't going to be coming home late today, right?
Oh, hey Francine. Yeah, don't worry. I'm almost done with work here. I promise you that I won't be late today, okay?
Got it. I'll take your word on that. Just remember, no making little stops along the way either, right? Just come straight home. After all, dinner tonight was made by our very own Daphne.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that Daphne made dinner tonight?
I know! Isn't it just amazing? I'm so proud of her.
I see. Well, what did she end up cooking? What are you going to be having for dinner?
She made potato salad and is roasting some chicken breasts in the oven right now. I told her that if she was going to be cutting and baking things, that I would at least have to be in the kitchen to watch her, of course. But aside from stand there and make sure there were no injuries, she did it all by herself.
Wow. Well, that really is something then, isn't it? I mean, our little daughter cooking her family dinner all by herself. Who would have thought?
I know. Our little girl really is amazing. I've just been so proud of her lately. She's always doing her best to be so helpful around the house and help out in any way that she can. And when she gets home from school, she puts away the clean laundry that I leave out right away. She even helps me clean the bathroom sometimes, though I tell her she can't do the bits that involve scrubbing with bleach.
Well, that's good that you have someone around the house that you can count on to help you while you get bigger.
I know, but the thing is that I haven't even had to ask her to do anything at all. But I guess she must know something about what happens when a woman gets pregnant. At least that they get bigger and bigger. So I've just been thankful to have the extra hands around the house.
I think Daphne would make a really good big sister, don't you? But you know, they do say that when a kid gets a little sibling, that they do take on some parental roles and try to copy more of what they see their parents doing. I think that Daphne is probably going to be doing something similar after we have this kid.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. I can see it happening for sure. But I guess that's what happens when you get a new brother or sister. The way you think about being there for others changes.
That's true. And I guess you do hear that only children tend to be a little spoiled because they get all of the attention from their parents. So I guess as long as in the meantime we don't do anything like that, there shouldn't be anything to worry about really, yeah? Either way, I think that this is going to be a great chance for our daughter to grow up and take on some more responsibility.
And to think that all these changes in our daughter took place just over the last few months. I mean, she never throws tantrums, and I've had to talk with her about her behavior much less often now. I really am feeling much better about having this next child, knowing that I can count on Daphne to help.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of, I mean to ask when you think you were going to go back to your parents' house to have a baby. You did the same thing when we had Daphne, right? So I assumed you were going to do it for this time as well.
You're right that I did go back to my parents to have Daphne, but now I'm really wondering if I need to go back to them this time. I mean, I think with Daphne it was more to do with the fact that she was my first daughter. But then again, it would be good to have adults around to help me after I have this baby. We both know how busy of a time it was the last time that we had a newborn.
Yeah, I don't think we got sleep for months after Daphne was born. It certainly wasn't easy, I'll say that much.
Yeah, it really wasn't. Maybe I should try and do this at my parents' after all. I mean, spending a month with them couldn't hurt. I guess that means that you and Daphne would have to get along without me, though, isn't that right?
Yeah, sounds like we really don't have much of a choice now, does it? But I know that we'll do our best without you. Although I would be lying if I said that I wasn't just a little bit nervous.
I knew that you would be just a little worried at the least.
Well, you know me. I just don't know how to take care of the house the way you and I guess now Daphne do. So yeah, I guess you could say that I'm a little worried.
I know, but you really don't need to keep the house spotless. Just do what you can and I'm sure it'll be fine. If you really start getting desperate, though, you can always just keep asking Daphne for some help around the house, okay?
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I just don't know how it would look to rely so much on my daughter for help cleaning the house. I remember when you went away to your parents the first time that it was pretty easy for me. But now I'll have Daphne around here, so I guess things are going to be just a little bit different this time. I guess I won't just be able to get away with wearing the same clothes from yesterday and cooking really easy stuff for myself all the time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe don't do that with our young daughter around the house. But who knows? Maybe she'll want to help you with the laundry and the cooking. You never know.
Well, I just worry that by the time you come back to the house, Daphne will be running things and I won't have anything to do.
You know, if you're really that worried about it, I could always just stay here and have the baby in town. I know that my going away would probably be pretty hard on Daphne as well.
Right. But even after you do have the baby, you're going to need to keep still and rest for a while, won't you?
Well, it is what happened last time. But either way, I just don't think I'll be much use around the house right after I have this baby.
Well, in that case, maybe I should just go back to my parents in the meantime as well.
Wait, what? You mean that while I would be at my parents' waiting to give birth, that you would go to yours until I get back home?
Exactly. Then, nothing would really have to be done at the house, and when we come back, things would be just as we left them.
Well, I guess that's one option for you, but are you really sure that your parents would go along with that?
I think they'd probably be fine with it. I mean, I could still get to work from my parents' place pretty easily. Not to mention the fact that if we were staying with them, they could help with all kinds of things when it comes to taking care of Daphne. Although, I guess her school is just a bit farther from their house though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think that Daphne wouldn't have that much longer before her summer break was going to start anyways.
Then I guess the timing of it all really wouldn't be so bad after all. Okay then. I guess that basically seals it. I'll go to my parents' house while you go to yours, and then everything should be just fine.
Well, okay. If that's what you want to do, then I won't stop you. But just please tell your parents how thankful we are for hosting you two.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure to do just that. I think I'll text her right now, actually.
Hey there, Lance. How are things going? How have you been? Are things going well at your parents' house?
Hey there, Francine. Yeah, things are going great. Thanks for asking. Even Daphne's really enjoying herself. How are things for you? I hope that you haven't been too bored without us. Are your parents doing okay?
Yeah, everyone here is doing just fine. Thank you for asking.
Perfect. And what about the baby? How is he doing? Is everything okay with him?
He's doing just fine. But basically all he does all day is drink milk and cry, if I'm being honest. And man, this little guy can really cry. I think he must have had a lot of pent-up emotion being inside me all that time. It must feel good to get it all out.
Well, as long as our little guy is healthy, that's all that really matters to me. But I remember that Daphne was really, really quiet when we took her home, remember? I guess this is kind of new for us then.
Yeah, I suppose you're right about that. It's been so long since we had Daphne, I forgot what it was like to have a little baby again. Oh, he really is a cutie. I wish that you both could have been here when I had him. I'm so excited for Daphne to meet her new little brother.
And me. I want to meet the little fella too, you know? We're both so excited and talk about getting to meet the newest member of our family all the time. We look at the pictures that you sent us so often as well.
Do you really? Aw. Well, now that I know that, I'll be sure to send you even more photos then. You know, I was also worried about Daphne, though. Has she been okay living out there with you and your parents?
I think that she gets a little bored only having us to hang out with from time to time. But she isn't throwing any kinds of fits or crying about it. And I think she's gotten really good at finding ways to keep herself entertained ever since we arrived here.
I see. Wow, I really am just so proud of her. I really was worried that being this far away from home for so long was really going to affect her. But I guess this must mean that she's really ready to take on the role of being an older sister now, don't you think?
I know it's a bit cliche, but they really do grow up so fast, and our little girl is no exception at all. If anything, being here has been the hardest on me. I really miss you, and I can't wait to meet our new child.
Well, don't worry. I certainly feel the same way. I miss you all so much, and I can't wait to see you both. I was thinking that maybe you two could come over and see me here at my parents' house next weekend.
I think I already have something scheduled for this weekend, unfortunately. Actually, my parents have a little vacation planned, if I'm being honest.
Oh, really? And just where were they thinking of going on this little vacation of theirs?
I think they were going to try and go to Hawaii and hit up a few of the islands over there.
Oh, wow! That'll be so exciting! What an amazing trip!
Yeah, they are really excited for this trip. I know that they've always talked about wanting to go at least once. And since Daphne and I were here, they asked us if we would like to go along with them as well.
So you're all going to get to go together? That really is great for you all. I would be lying if I said I wasn't jealous.
I know, but I really am sorry that that's what we'll be busy doing while you're at your parents' house. Promise that when you get back, we'll find something for us to do as well.
Well, I'm not really in any rush to pack up my bags and go traveling around anywhere right now. I would much rather relax and concentrate on the baby. So I have no problem actually being stuck here while you all go do this. Make sure to have lots and lots of fun for me, though.
Of course, but I'll be honest, I probably won't be able to help feeling bad about leaving you out of this. We'll really miss you, Francine.
I promise you that I'll be just fine. And besides, it's Daphne's summer break. She shouldn't spend all of that time just with her grandparents. It'll be good for you and her to make some good summer memories together. Besides, it's not like I can even go on a flight right now with this newborn, so I think it's great that you two are going out and not letting us slow you down.
You never do anything of the sort, my dear. But anyways, I'll make sure we have enough fun for everyone.
That's great, Lance. Tell Daphne that I miss her and can't wait to see her, okay? Hey there, sweetie. How's it going? I hope that you and your dad are enjoying your little vacation together.
Mom, it's been so long since I've heard from you.
I know. I really am so sorry that I can't be there for you right now. When I heard you were all taking this trip together, I really did wish that I could go. But surely you must be having enough fun with your grandparents and dad to make up for that, right? Anyways, I just wanted to make sure that you were okay and enjoying your vacation.
But I didn't even go on the trip.
Wait, what? What do you mean you didn't go on the trip? Did you all end up not going or canceling or something? Did something bad happen?
No. I mean that they all left me here and went to go on the trip by themselves. Even Dad isn't here.
Sorry, let me just try and get this straight then. You're telling me that you're all alone at your grandma's house right now? I don't understand. Why would they leave you like that?
Well, they said that I wasn't really part of the family, so it would be my job to watch over the house.
They said you weren't part of the family? Are you sure they weren't talking about me?
Well, Grandma has been saying all kinds of really mean things about you ever since Dad and I got here. And to be honest, Grandma has been bullying me too. She told me that I look like you and she keeps calling me stupid. I don't get what's going on though. Why doesn't Grandma like you, Mom?
I really don't know at all. I mean, I never really thought that we didn't get along or anything like that.
Well, you should tell Grandma that because I don't think she knows that yet. I don't know about Grandpa so much. But Grandma has been saying really mean things about you and I, that's for sure. I just don't say anything and listen to her. But I don't like what she says one bit.
So it is true that your grandmother and I aren't the closest of people. We do have a history of butting heads. But I still don't understand why she thinks that makes it okay to be mean to you. I'm so sorry that you've had to go through all this, Daphne. This must be so hard on you.
Well, it did make me pretty sad, yeah. But I didn't cry. I promise. But the reason I didn't cry is because Grandma always laughs at me whenever I do.
So that's why you've been holding everything in? I'm so sorry you've been through this, dear. Why didn't you reach out to me and say anything? I would have loved to know about this sooner.
Well, I couldn't reach out to you. You just had a baby. I just didn't want to worry you with things that were going on all the way over here. It's only been a month since we left anyways.
I know, but you should know that you don't have to take being treated like that.
But I'm going to be a big sister from now on, right? It's important for me to know how to be patient and let nothing get to me.
Daphne, you are going to be a brilliant older sister, and I have no doubts about that. But you are also a kid, and you don't deserve what's happening.
You know, Dad even told me not to tell you that they had left me here to watch the house.
You're kidding me. He really told you not to tell me about that? I would have thought that he would have stood up for you and tried to help you.
No, he never does anything like that. And whenever Grandma would make fun of me, Dad would just laugh along with her. So I never said anything to Dad because I knew that he wouldn't have done anything for me anyways. Then I thought that this was bullying too, right? And that Dad was actually bullying me. And that's why I thought that I had to tell you about it. You always told me to tell you if anyone was ever bullying me, remember?
Of course, dear. You've done very well to tell me about all of this. I really am so proud of you. Thank you so much for telling me about this. I really do mean that.
But Mom, I don't want to be in this house anymore. I want to be with you and my baby brother. I hate being here where everyone is so mean.
Right. I'm so sorry, dear. I can't help but think that it's partially my fault you ended up in this situation. I really do hope that you can forgive me for not being there for you more.
Mom, you shouldn't say that this is your fault. It's not your fault at all. And it certainly isn't my baby brother's fault either. Grandma and Dad are the ones being mean here.
You're right, Daphne. Anyways, I'm going to go and pick you up right now. You won't have to stay there any longer. Just get your bags ready, okay?
Hey there, Daphne. Where are you? Daddy just got back from his vacation and I can't find you anywhere. Are you out playing or something right now?
Hi, Dad. I'm actually at Grandma and Grandpa's house right now.
Really? But I thought that I've looked everywhere for you and I can't find you anywhere. Are you trying to play hide and seek with me or something like that?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm not at that Grandma and Grandpa's house. I'm at the other one.
Wait, what? What do you mean the other grandma and grandpa's house? I'm afraid I'm not following.
Well, I don't think of the Grandma and Grandpa over there as my grandparents anymore. After all, Grandma said that I'm not even part of the family, remember? So now I'm with my real grandparent.
So you're telling me that you're with your mom's parents right now then? I don't get it though. They live so far from here. How did you manage to get all the way over there?
Well, yesterday Grandma and Grandpa came to pick me up from here. They knew I was here alone because I told Mom that you all left me behind. They told me that I could go home and stay with them and Mom for a while.
Wait a second. You told your mom everything?
Yeah, I did. And she got really mad when I did.
Right, well, Daphne, I am very, very sorry for leaving you behind and I shouldn't have done that. But I hope you realize that I didn't have any choice. I mean, it was your grandma's decision and we have to listen to what she says.
But I told you that I didn't even want to go and stay with them in the first place. I thought that it was just going to get to be the two of us taking care of the house together while Mom was away.
I know, but you know how bad I am at doing the chores, don't you? I can't really function without someone around the house to do things for me. I really don't think that you have that much fun if it was only the two of us.
So basically you're saying that you would rather sacrifice your daughter's happiness just so that you wouldn't have to do any work around the house? And you didn't even speak up for your own little girl when your mom was saying all kinds of horrible things to her?
Oh, wait a second. Is this Francine?
That's right. And I know about all that you've put our poor little girl through. Could you do that to her, Lance? I thought that you were a better father than that. How could I have been so wrong?
No, wait, hold on. You do have it wrong, I swear. Of course I love our daughter. Well, you know my mom. She has to have things her way.
I don't want to hear it from you. I know all that I need to know about you after this.
Wait, no, please. I can come over and see you right now. Please, I haven't even met my son.
And you never will. It's clear that you don't think of us as your family, and if that's how you feel, then fine. The three of us can be more than happy by ourselves, and we don't need or want you around. In the end, Lance did try coming to my parents' house to apologize, but my dad just chased him off the moment he stepped out of his car. I might have listened to what he had to say, but my parents weren't about to allow me to put myself in that position. I texted Lance later that I would be hiring a divorce lawyer and that he would be hearing from me through her. I heard that after the divorce, Lance went into a depression so bad that he even had to quit his job. Now I hear that he's living with his parents full-time now, and that they both have to take care of him. I don't know how they do it, only having their retirement to live off of, but I'm sure one of all of them have had to go back to work now. As for Daphne, my son and I, we all took some time to stay with my parents while I found a new place for us, far away from Lance and his horrible family.